So, biggest sporting event of the year, maybe even biggest cultural event of the year. Rio 2016 is ahead of us. We gotta talk about rugby. It's been out of the Olympics for 92 years. The last Olympic champion were United States. However, this is probably gonna change. Even though USA team is in the mix in the one of three groups. Each of those groups has one outsider, but other than that, they are the best teams in the world. So I'm predicting, not only because they are the most famous team, but I'm predicting All Blacks to win just because historically it's kind of right for them to win. They are maybe one of, if not the most successful, but one of the most successful teams in rugby history. So I want them to get that Olympic gold medal as well, just for all those years in the past. However, they're gonna in 2 days we're gonna see some great matches and some great matchups. Then we have handball and basketball. Those sports will be competed in two groups. Each of these sports has a big favorite that won most of the medals in the recent past. So USA team and in basketball, and France team in handball. However, I see French team in handball having some troubles with my Slovenian team. I see Slovenian team winning it all. I just think it's a good year for them. They have good mix of experience with young players, so I'm predicting they're gonna win. In basketball, I see USA team, of course, winning, meeting in the finals with French team, which is the second best team in my opinion. However, there are some great teams as well with Spain, Serbia, Croatia, and Brazil. Of course, has an excellent team, and together with home advantage, I think they can achieve a lot. Maybe get to top four spots. Putting all those sports aside, and putting the great sports like swimming, boxing, wrestling, all of them will not be as represented as athletics and track and field, and none of them will shine, none of the stars will shine more as sprinters. And Usain Bolt, he won 3 gold medals in Beijing, 3 gold medals in London, and now he's getting for the same result in Rio. His biggest competitors will be the veterans like Justin Gatlin, who has the best run of the year with 9.8 seconds. Even under 10 seconds, Asafa Powell ran under 10 seconds, Tyson Gay ran under 10 seconds, and I gotta mention Kim Collins is 40 years old. His first Olympics were in Atlanta 96. Then he competed in Sydney, he competed in Athens, he competed in Beijing. He got disqualified from his team for London, and now he's competing again, so 20 years later, and he's still running under 10 seconds at his age. So hats off to him. Big respect for Kim Collins. However, I see the biggest two threats for Usain Bolt being French Jimmy Vico, who's one of the biggest rising superstars of European athletics, and he's already breaking Lemaitre's record. So I see him. He ran this year 9.86, so that was a good result for a 23-year-old Vico. I see him getting one of the medals, but I see the guy who can stop Usain from getting the gold medal being in Trayvon Brummel. So Brummel is one of the biggest rising stars, not only USA athletics, but overall in athletics. He's a very short guy, like 5'9", 5'10", and we all know, even Usain Bolt says in his biography, he kind of has this complex with shorter guys because they are very fast off the block. And Usain Bolt being a tall guy, he's good in running, the best of all times, of course, in running, but off the block, he sometimes doesn't have the best start at sprint. Now, Brummel is total opposite. He's got much shorter legs than Bolt, so his best run is gonna be, and his only chance is gonna be if he has the best start possible. So I think this is in Bolt's head as well. However, him being the greatest sprinter of all time, I'm sure he's not scared of the challenge, and I'm sure he's at the end of the Olympics, which are not that long to be honest for all these sports. at the end of the Olympics, we're gonna say, okay, bravo, Usain, you won it again, and I'll be most happy for him. I I got utmost respect for Usain Bolt. As for all the other athletes, I wish all of them great luck, as least as possible. Some failed tests, or at least as possible with the injuries. I want everybody to have great Olympics, and I want all of the people who saying that third world countries shouldn't run it. I think I want this event to turn into a positive experience for everybody, and I'm sure you guys do the same. So we'll talk about it when the Olympics end, and talk to you soon.